Hello, my wonderful people, viewers and subscribers. I greet you all. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Happy Sunday to you all, and happy new day. It shall be well with us in this new week. Let me organize myself and set a very small prayer for my fans out there, because as I'm getting ya mana nwoke mma mana nwanyi mma ndu mmiri ndu azụ mmiri atana azụ anwụna asa agụpụ ụzọ agụpụ ọnụ chefu sagokwa ahụ ama na onye ọbụla rara n'udo tetakwa n'udo. Biko ekele Chukwu oke abịa ma onye mere ya ka ọ dị otu aha. Asị m nkwọ ya kwụtara anyị ihe ọma, eke ya eketara anyị ihe ọma, orie biko ritere anyị ihe ọma, and afọ biko fụtara anyị ihe ọma. Ọwa ahịa na-anọ ụbọchị na-anọ ma ọpụpụ ma mbata anyị ihe ọma ga na-erute anyị aka. Biko ife ekpere anyị na-ekpekwa n'oge niile ogene ka ihe ọ na anyị ga-eri biko ya bịa, nke ọ na ga-eri anyị ya bịa na asị okenye ama oke pụtasị na ya ma ka esi egwu a na ọwa ogene ọwa arụrụ ala ka ọ dị. So onye ọbụla sị na ya ma ka esi aga ọfọ ana iwe nwa afọ Igbo, my brother, biko jee ọchị gị ọjọọ ngwa ka osi na-adị. Asị m ka Chineke bi ji ike niile, Chukwu oke abịa ma onye pụrụ ihe niile, onye anyị na-akpụkọ oge niile, onye na-emere anyị nke nwere anyị yọrọ ya, biko wee na-akpọkọ ya sị gịnị ya bịa n'ụbọchị nke tata ka nyelele nwunye nke anyị ga-ekwu na dis ihe onyonyo nke a ka ọ bụrụ na ihe ntụziaka ya n'afa nna na nwa na nke mmụọ nsọ ise otu anyị kara ka o rere. Ngwa biko my people, let us go straight to the reason why we are here. Governor of Enugu State, Governor Peter Mba, he don't come out to come blast Simon Ekpa. According to him, he said Simon Ekpa is a businessman disregarding threats and others because of the 4 days lock and key in the Biafran region. Here we see that Simon Ekpa is not a businessman. Even this man who said he's a businessman, that they should disregard him, according to Daily Post. He went to another, I think that is a Gazette, and what he wrote there is that he's calling for the repatriation of Simon Ekpa. I thought you people say Simon Ekpa is nothing, is nobody, is not disturbing you people. So why are you all people, while all of you bent on repatriate Simon Ekpa, ordinary president will be calling from there. All the governors, both in the north, in the east, in the west, all of them are calling for the repatriation of Simon Ekpa. And you people still said Simon Ekpa is nobody, that he is a businessman. Anyway, let us read between the lines according to him. And other headlines in this early Sunday morning, good news. Now, was the renaming of National Theatre a reward for your moodness? Charlie Boy take jab at Wole Soyinka. The video is out there on social media. You can go to his X handle or Instagram or Facebook. You find the whole video the way it is. Some area father don't carpet our old man. They say he's a what they call it. He's a Nobel laureate or whatever they call him. Anyway, moving forward, government defy curfew and kill 18 in fresh Benue attack. Since I grew up to this age, hearing a Benue attack every now and then, I've never seen anybody being arrested. I've never seen anybody being persecuted. For you to know that what is happening in Benue, the hand of the zoo, the so-called government of the day, is aware of it. And they are doing ethnic cleansing and religious cleansing in that very region. Anyway, my people, I beg if you get this message, help me like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe to my channel, because more of this video will be coming your way. Let us go straight to the reason why we are here this morning. Please, there's no time to take time. Remember, hashtag Biafran Mass Exodus 2024. Hashtag kudos to Simon Ekpa, kudos to Simon Nnamdi Kanu, and kudos to BG, and also hashtag release Nnamdi Kanu now. Ngwa, we are moving. Governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Mba, has alleged that Biafra activist Simon Ekpa is a murderer, a scammer, and common criminal feeding fat on the emotions and sufferings of the Igbos. He enjoined the people of the southeast region to disregard his threats and sit at home orders. Mba also expressed displeasure over Ekpa's continued harboring by the government of Finland, even when many lives and properties have been wasted by his foot soldiers. The governor spoke at the weekend when he received members of the House of Representatives Committee on National Security and Intelligence, who were on an oversight working visit to the state, where they also inspected the construction of the Department of State Service DSS Training Institute at Ogun. He said the importance of security underscored his administration's decision to end illegal sit-at-home hitherto enforced by non-state actors that held the people hostage, both psychologically and economically. Noting, however, that his government was not leaving anything to chance. He said, as you may also have noticed recently, they have continued to make attempts, particularly that megalomaniac who ironically resides with his family peacefully in Finland, a country where the rule of law reigns, but he encouraged the rule of anarchy here and to goad some of our youths to their self-destruction. This is also a business for him, pretending to be fighting for Igbo's interests, but does not know anything about the Igbo or have their interests at heart. He creates some kind of siege atmosphere and thrives on it to make a living, continue to extort and exploit our people who may not be aware, and telling them that he is fighting for their interest. He is just a common criminal. We are talking about a murderer who just thinks about how to inflict terrorism on the people. Otherwise, how can you claim you love our people, a people that are known for hard work in our DNA, and sit somewhere to dictate to us when to go to work and when not to go to work? Mba assured the people of Enugu State of their continued protection, saying that the state could not be intimidated by criminals. So I want to also take this opportunity to call on our people to disregard this threat. We have demonstrated our capacity to provide security for our people, and we will continue to do so through the help of our security agencies. We cannot be intimidated. We cannot submit ourselves to this siege atmosphere. He wants to create in the southeast, atmosphere he wants to create in the southeast. We treasure our hard work as people. So you can't love a people and all you do is at a very expense of their existence just to grow followership and gain cheap publicity. I am also calling on the youths not to fall for these sort of cheap antics, because this is completely antithetical to our belief system. It contradicts our value and opposes our work ethics. He said, Mba urged the House of Representatives to take up the challenges of ensuring Ekpa's repatriations to Nigeria to answer to his acts of murder and terrorism in the southeast region. It is surprising that the finest government allowed this man to reside peacefully in their country and then be perpetrating terrorism in Nigeria. And I think this is something your committee may have to wade into and see how this guy can be repatriated and then be brought to justice. Through his statement and his actions, a lot of people have died, and he continues in that trajectory. So this is a tragedy that we must all work as a country to end. He doesn't represent the Igbo interests, but stated. He assured the House of Committee and of his administration readiness to assist in ensuring the early completion of the DSS Training Institute, stressing that security was too important to leave entirely to any tie of government. Speaking earlier, the chairman of the House Committee on National Security and Intelligence, Honorable Ahmed Satomi, described Governor Mba as a worthy example for other states in security and good governance. Listening Mba's giant strides in security and various other sectors, he called for the government's assistance towards the early realization of the DSS Institute to help to actualize his lofty vision for the people of Enugu State. Was the renaming of National Theatre a reward for your moodness? Charlie Boy carpets Wole Soyinka. Controversial entertainer Charles Oputa, known as Charlie Boy, has criticized Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka for his silence amid the ongoing economic difficulties faced by Nigerians. In a video shared on his verified X account, Charlie Boy revisited Soyinka's leadership of a major protest against former President Goodluck Jonathan, when fuel subsidies were removed, causing petrol prices to rise from 87 naira to 120 naira per litre. Soyinka led the protest, including Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Charlie Boy questions Soyinka's current silence in the face of Nigeria's current challenges, actualizing the noble laurels of being a tribalistic bigot. The Maverick entertainer recalled that Soyinka has faced imprisonment and exile for his radical activism under military regimes. He is puzzled by Soyinka's current reticence, especially given the past actions taken when petrol prices were much lower. He said, there was a time when Uncle Wole Soyinka cared deeply about Nigeria and the Nigerians. He criticized leaders and personalities who seemed anti-Nigeria. As a social media engineer myself, he was one of my heroes and I saw him as a mentor. But today, I look at him as a tribalistic bigot and I have lost all respect I once had for him. I remember back in the days, Uncle Wole paid the price for his radical activism, imprisonment, and even exile at the hands of military dictators. Recently, I am not sure where his loyalty lies because he has remained mute about the government of the day. Uncle, was this recent renaming of the National Theatre a reward for your muteness? I remember Wole had a protest or lead a protest when Jonathan removed the fuel subsidy and petrol prices increased from 87 to 120 naira. Today, we are buying it at 1,000 naira. He called the President Jonathan a terrorist and his wife a hippopotamus, saying that Jonathan almost damaged the economy beyond repair. That was when $1 was 190 naira. Last December, Wole called Peter Obi unfit to lead this country and recently said that Obi must not run in 2027, a person who is not even in power. He maintained that he would not criticize Tinubu until 1 year after. It is now a year and a few months, but he remains mute. Uncle, did something bite your tongue that you can no longer talk? I beg, make una listen to Baba, make wetin talk concerning Wole Soyinka before we proceed, because it is good to be hearing from this kind of people, remembering us, those who are the problem of this country, whether before or now.
I remember Uncle Wole led a protest when Jonathan removed subsidy and petrol price increased from 87 naira to 120 naira. He called President Goodluck Jonathan
a
terrorist and his wife a hippopotamus. Yeah.
When I hear them, that Wole Soyinka, well, I know they finish you. And I see these people.
I want to talk about someone I once loved and had great respect for as a person. A thoroughbred hypocrite, ethnic and tribal bigot. It is good to be properly educated, I agree. But if education cannot wash off primitivity and double speak in a person, I believe that education is worthless.
Yes, sir.
There was a time Uncle Wole Soyinka cared deeply about Nigeria and Nigerians. He criticized leaders and personalities who seemed anti-Nigerian. As a social engineer myself, he was one of my heroes, and I saw in him a mentor. But today, I look at him as a tribalistic bigot, and I've lost all respect I once had for him. I remember Uncle Wole back in the days. He paid a price for his radical activism with imprisonment, near death, and exile in the hands of the military dictators. Yeah. Recently, I'm not sure where his loyalty lies, because he has remained mute about this government. Oh, wait, Uncle, come. Was this recent naming of the National Theatre, was it as a reward for your muteness? I remember Uncle Wole led a protest when Jonathan removed subsidy and petrol price increased from 87 naira to 120 naira. He called President Goodluck Jonathan a terrorist and his wife a hippopotamus. Yeah, he called them all sorts of names, claiming that Jonathan had almost damaged the economy beyond repairs. When $1 was 190 naira.
As of then.
I'm talking about the sitting president here. Uncle Wole said many ungodly things about him and his wife. Last December, he called Peter Obi unfit to lead this country and recently said that Peter Obi must not run in 2027. Can you imagine? A person who's not even in power, and he maintained that he will not critique Tinubu till a year after. Uncle, it's a year and a few months after, and you've remained as usual mute. Uncle, there's something bite your tongue that you can no longer talk.
Don't hear them from the mouth of area father. These are the people who is always at the forefront, defending the masses, even when it matters, losing their own freedom and their life. Uncle Wole Soyinka, we are still calling on you. Have something bite your tongue. Calling Goodluck a terrorist when dollar was 196 naira to $1. And when petrol price was a 7 naira simply because the thing jumped to 120, you lead the protest, occupy Nigeria, occupy Okota, and occupy every corners of the edge. That same Okota today, that same Lagos today, people have been agitating and nobody should protest there simply because the real protester, who is the owner of Lagos State, is now in power. Government defy curfew and kill 18 in a fresh Benue State attack. Now this one we keep hearing every now and then. Government suspected to be bandits invaded Mbacha community in Mbacha Council Ward Kasena Ala local government area of Benue State on Friday night, killing 18 people. Source from the local government told our correspondent that attack took place around 11 p.m. despite the curfew imposed by the state government. The bandits were said to have gathered the villagers under the pretense of addressing them before opening fire. You see, recall that the Benue State Governor, Reverend Father Hyacinth Alia, a reverend, had 2 weeks ago imposed a 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew in the Sankera axis following a violent protest in Ukum local government area. The Sankera axis, comprising Katsina, Ala, Ukum, and Logo, has been a hotspot for criminal activities in the state. The source further disclosed that 18 bodies were recovered by the military on Saturday morning. Confirming the incident, the chairman of Katsina, Ala local government area, Justin Shaku, said the bandits had completed the attack before the military could arrive. At about 11 p.m. yesterday, Friday, which is on Friday, we received a distress call from the villagers that a group of terrorists were moving from house to house, forcing people to follow them. I quickly mobilized the military officers in Donga, but due to the remote location, the attack was over by the time they arrived, Shaku stated. Shaku also mentioned that several people were wounded during the attack. I was told it was 17, but today 18 people have been confirmed dead. All of them were assembled in one place and killed, he added. The council chairman described the activities of the government as local terrorism, noting that their tactics resemble guerrilla warfare. I no longer call them bandits because I'm seeing elements of terrorism in their activities. They are terrorists waiting. Though they have external forces aiding them, yes, the local are the major perpetrators, Shaku added. Efforts to reach the police public relations officer, Catherine Anene, were unsuccessful as her phone rang out. However, the special advisor on security and internal affairs to Governor Hyacinth Alia, Joseph Ha, confirmed the incident. My people, when I don't hear Ramona here, we will take back break. Like, share, comment, and make sure you subscribe to my channel because more of these videos will come in your way. Happy Sunday once again. Kenesiano.